Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lawrence. It has been a couple of weeks now since I owned this package here. I've been having a lot of pleasure wearing this Oris 65 dive watch. And in this video I'm just gonna show you what to expect. As you can see here, we have the heritage box. Beautiful presentation, I must say. I even have the receipt and all that. There's a beautiful manual inside. So, excellent presentation here. Very sturdy box. Of course, I would love leather. This is just carton, but still it's not bad. And yeah, just carton. And here we have the pouch. Nice velvet materials. So that's just the presentation. Now let me jump straight into this watch. So there we go, guys. This is the Oris 65. It is based off a watch that originates in 1965. So this is a watch that came from the Oris archives. And Oris released this one a couple of years ago. And this watch instantly got a big following. Here we can see that Oris crest in the back. The watch has 100 meters water resist, as we can see right here on the screwed down case back. 10 bar sapphire crystal on the front, stainless steel materials. And as you can see, this watch comes on this canvas strap. And what I heard about Oris is they are an independent watch manufacturer, and that is very rare these days. And everything they do grand. And also the straps, I heard they're like pretty good. So far I can say, after wearing this for 2 weeks now, I really like this watch. I really like the watch strap. Although this material for me is a little bit itchy on the skin somehow. I don't know why, but I don't go that well with this canvas material. So I ordered a rubber strap, and I will put a video on my channel soon about that rubber strap, a tropical rubber strap from Watch Gecko. Now let's get back to this watch. What we have here is a beautiful vintage inspired dive watch. We can see that black dive bezel, and the whole bezel is black. So you can see also the sides are black, and I think the sides are a bit brushed, the side of the bezel. And I would say that the insert, probably aluminium, it looks a bit polished. It looks very shiny. When we have a closer look at the dial, we can see a glossy black dial with a printed dial actually. We can see these numbers at the 12, 6 and 9 positions that are very reminiscent of that era of the 60s. And we also find some smarter innovations, namely the cutout at the 6 o'clock position, which I really adore. We can see that cutout with the date wheel with a black background. So the date complication does not mess up the dial. So the dial, I think, is even more balanced than the original iteration of this watch in the 60s. Because I think with that watch the date window was at the 3 o'clock position. Kind of messes up the balance of this dial. So what we have is some I would say sword hand. We have some sword hands here at the hour marker, at the minute marker. We can find this lollipop second hand. The lollipop is usually you found this little lollipop at the back side of the second hand, and here it's at the front. The dial, it reads Swiss made. 100 meters water resist, and Oris automatic. And the interesting thing I think with this dial is that the dial itself, I believe it's curved. I hope you can see this through the camera lens. But at least when I look at it, it looks like the dial is curved. And I know that is a costly procedure when manufacturing watches. So that is pretty interesting. And then when we have a look at the crystal here, this is a sapphire crystal, which means it won't pick up scratches like anytime soon. So great protection. And as you can see that this crystal is domed. So usually I like flat crystals. Yeah, I hope you catch this. So this is a domed crystal. And usually I prefer flat crystals. But because of the whole profile of this watch, the fact that it is vintage inspired, I do enjoy this this dome on the crystal, and I really like the fact that it is sapphire. At the 3 o'clock position we can find this pretty big crown with the brand name Oris here. And as you may notice, no crown guards. And I really like how this looks. So I don't mind that there's no crown guards. And I will toss it on the rubber strap in my next video. I will also include a daylight shot. I'll probably throw in the daylight shot right here, so you can see what the watch looks like in the daylight and how it looks like on my 6.3 inches wrist. Yeah, so welcome back here at my desk. Now let's have a closer look at the bezel. As you can see, the bezel, it operates very easy and very light. So with some of my dive watches, they're like super sturdy and difficult to move. For example, my Orient Ray. This one is very easy to grip. And as you can see here, there is a little bit of play. So it rocks a little bit back as well, back and forth. I do think it aligns very well. So at least that's something that did well. With many Seiko watches, I have some issues with the alignment of the bezel and the chaptering and so forth. What I also really like about this watch is the inner minute track. That is also very different to most of my watches, where you can find a outer track of the minutes. I was also considering to get the Steinhardt Ocean 39 ceramic, but I wanted something a little bit more unique, and I think this Oris watch has a little bit more of its own character compared to the Steinhardt, that in my opinion is more a homage watch than anything really original. So I'm really glad that I bought this one. And again, those the way that the dial looks with this, also this kind of faux patina, because the markers, they look more yellow than green, I would say. And it looks like a great watch that you can wear on safari or in the desert. It has something very reminiscent of some days, you know, in the past, I guess. So let's throw it on the scale. I'm quite curious what this bad boy weighs. And this one only weighs 78 grams, so very comfy. This watch is not only very light, it's also quite thin. So I'm measuring here the thickness with the dome sapphire is under 13 millimeters, about 12.5. Yeah, so luck to luck, I get about 47 millimeters. So everything below 50 is for my tiny wrist, it's perfect. So 47 is a very nice size, in my opinion. As you can see, the watch wears on a 20 millimeter strap, which I think is perfect because I have a lot of 20 millimeter NATO straps. I prefer 20 over anything. I think much better than 22. Now let me measure up the diameter. I do measure 39.40 millimeters. So I thought this watch, it measured 41 millimeters on the diameter. And I'm talking about excluding the crown. I'm getting 39. Yeah, I get about 39.40. So when I don't include the bezel, I get about 39, because you can see that the bezel, it overhangs on both sides a little bit. So when I don't calculate the bezel, it's only 39 millimeters. So it's actually a very compact size watch. So this could be a very nice mid-size piece for all you desk divers, because we're talking here about 100 meters. So this might be a very nice piece, even under your suit, when you wear it, for example, on a very nice leather strap. Now finally, let me just have a look at the crown. The watch, it operates on a, I think a Salida movement, which is basically a clone of the ETA 2824 movement. I don't know what happened, but the crown just got pretty stuck. Yeah, there we go. Let's unscrew the crown. And the crown has two positions, one to set the time, one to change the date, and of course in the neutral position you can hand wind the movement. And as you notice, that has a very nice sound to it. I will try to catch it on the microphone. That's great. And of course, this movement has hacking, which I really love. So when I unpop the crown, the movement will stop running. So this allows you to precisely set the time. And let's continue. Yep. Now let me demonstrate you the time setting. So that's super easy. And let's see how the date jumps when we go past midnight. So here this is 11:30, 11:45, 11:50, 11:55. There we go. And that's midnight. And you can see here at about 8 past midnight, the date changed. So that's very cool. With some of my watches, they change about like 4 a.m. And that's pretty annoying in my opinion. So I really like a snappy date change at midnight. So that is the watch, guys. I really like it. I'll definitely do some comparison videos, I guess, comparing this watch to some of my other divers. I really like it. There's a lot of history with the brand, and also the fact that this watch is brought back to life straight out of the archives. I think it's, yeah, I think my compliments to the Oris watch group. I really think this looks spectacular. If you are looking for a more of a professional diver, then Oris also produces the Aquis series that are a bit more beefier, heavier, but also they have better levels of water resistance. So I consider this one as more of a casual watch, to wear this one to the beach, to the office, everywhere pretty much. And you can swim with it, but I wouldn't recommend to go diving with it. Anyways, that was my video. Now let's have a final look at this watch. And I want to thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, then hit me up. Either here, down below, or directly on Instagram. Have a wonderful day and see you soon.